I like to draw, you like to draw. What if we marry the two and I draw what you draw? And I guess you could draw what I draw if you want. That's right, today I am drawing my fans' characters. So if you don't know by now, I have a Discord where we're doing a lot of stuff, but one of the stuff is that we do is fellow artists post in the Redraw My Character channel, and I'm gonna pick 1 or 2 characters out of there. I'm gonna draw it in my style. I'm gonna draw it how I would draw it if I were me and you are you. It's a simple concept, so if you run over to my Discord, you can probably squeeze yourself in for the next video. This intro doesn't have to be long, let's get to it. Okay, first things first, let's take a peruse together through the Discord channel. Ooh, I am immediately drawn to 4 Eyes 80's drawing. I'm not a furry, nor have I ever drawn furry things, so wouldn't that be fun to tackle for the first time? Starting with a sketch, I really like this pose. Okay, here's the thing. I'm like, how do I draw an animal? I'm gonna draw a person, and then I'm just gonna change the nose. How hard could it be? I'm gonna draw the same pose as that from the top. So she's a lion, right? I feel like I'm drawing Dobby. I feel like usually my girl characters are like super like sensual and sexy and stuff. But this character looks very sweet, so I'm gonna try to honor that. Honestly, this feels like really self-indulgent, and this feels like a guilty pleasure drawing like this. Just like cute anime for the sake of cute anime, I feel like I don't allow myself to draw like this because I don't have to for work and, you know, probably all these different reasons. So it's kind of fun to do this. I'm gonna fill her up on the page a little bit. Oh, and then might as well throw that tail up there. I feel like the SWAT team's gonna come in and take me away. I always start with the skin tone, and I either decide like I want the skin tone to be the same as the background, or I decide I want it to contrast. And right now, because the hair is this vibrant green, I want to contrast the hair. So I'm gonna make the skin tone kind of blend in with the background, because that's almost what the original artist has anyway. And you know, I'm gonna take a little liberty with the colors, trying to make it work in my style better because I like sometimes wacky colors, but I'm still gonna try to honor the original concept. This is like if Nala went rogue. Her hair is kind of not contrasting her outfit enough. I think the outfit needs to be less bright, and then we can see how we can make the hair really like the star of the show here. And then I'll throw in all the reds and stuff at the end. So this is the idea. So let's go in and start detailing. Well, she's a lion, not a tiger. So I'm trying to like add these markings on the face. I'm gonna stick to what the actual design has, which is these marks under the eyes and that little piece under the chin, and that's it. Simple. And maybe I'll do it a little bit on the underhands. I'm gonna put a layer on top of everything. It's my specialty. I feel like I haven't done this drawing technique in a long time, so I feel like I'm rusty. I'm like, what brushes am I supposed to use after doing all those plein airs? I feel like I don't even know. And it kind of looks like in this version, she kind of has like an upper lip in the original drawing, so maybe I should kind of do that. I think it looks better. I feel like I've always struggled with hair, and it's never been something that I'm particularly good at. Because the hair is the focal point in this scenario, it's like, well, it'd be such a shame not to render it out a little bit more. But I still like keeping the sketchiness of the sketch. I always like that. I think that's charming, right? Ooh, and then I take the red from the eye. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna put it as the pieces of the red string and rope all around her. Actually, I'm gonna put rope up here because I don't want to ruin the sleeves, but it's integral to the character. And then maybe I'll pop a little bit of that original green back in here on her chest. Ooh, and you know I want to give her piercings, but this is an exercise in self-control. I can't do it, but I can give her all these stars around here. I definitely want to put more texture in. It's looking a little plain. And then I can't avoid the hair forever. I gotta get back to it. And I love this little G-string thing we got going on here. This thong, I'm gonna really emphasize that because you know I love that. I feel like I've drawn so many braids over my lifetime, and every time I don't absorb anything and I never learn. What can I say? I never learn. I know I gave her a little cut in her ear and the original doesn't have that, but it's so important to me that she has this little cut in her ear. You know what I mean? And you know I want to ooh, I want to put like scars on her face like that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to. It spoke to me and I have to, and I'm sorry. Why can't I just like remember how to draw hair? I don't know, let's move on to the hand, because when you don't get something, you move on. Sometimes things are clearer that way. Oh, okay, so I see she has like colored beads along her tummy area. So let's throw those in with like all these kind of colors that are already on the palette. So we're not just, you know, creating random ones. Okay, it is random though. I'm gonna try to make them a little more subtle. I'm gonna choose like darker colors that already exist. It works a little bit better, I think. Another thing I like to do, ooh, we're gonna add a little bit of shine for fun. A little bit of a shadow underneath this rope is always important. Even on the rope itself, we're missing a little bit of depth. So I'm making the executive decision to add, it's just one, to her ear. I think that'll look super cute. What other details does the costume have? I feel like there's more fabric like overlapping, but I'm kind of gonna leave it where it is like that. I'm gonna add some more indication of fur along the arms as well. Oh, she's a furry girl. Maybe even where her abs go, they're furry abs. Oh yeah, I kind of see the appeal now. It's kind of hot. And then just gonna like throw in easy, quick textures. Like, how do you make something look fun in the least amount of effort possible? Even on the hair, let's try to throw in some more yellow. I'm still unsure how I can fix the hair at this point. I feel like there's like lacking depth or even information. Maybe it's because there's like no shadows and I did this highlight too early and I didn't want to like mess up the highlights, so I've barely been like touching around the whole area. There needs to be some pushback at these back pieces to make it look, yeah, that looks way better. I really want to push this to the back as much as I can. And then on top of everything, I'm just gonna go in with some finer details. I don't know, something like that. You know, for a quick, how long did this take? 40-minute drawing. I think it looks good, and I think it looks cute. I know I could just keep working on stuff forever, so... And what's her name? Her name is Ermina, with a heart. And that's our first drawing. It looks just like that pose. We could imagine she's doing that. Oh, and there's a question mark. I forgot about that. What's she confused about? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm done. But first, I gotta show you something pretty cool. Let me show you my new office, because this video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. So take a look at my new FlexiSpot E7 Plus. This standing desk can hold 540 pounds. So you and all your closest friends can come sit on the desk while you do your work. You know, alternating between sitting and standing when working is a lot more ergonomic. It helps reduce stress on the body, can help with neck, back, and knee pain, and helps with blood circulation. So I'm gonna be trying to stand a lot more often when I work. It also goes up and down super smoothly, and is extremely sturdy, and you can probably tell when I jump on the table. And you might have noticed this chair. I'm using the OC10 ergonomic chair, and it's by far a comfier chair than any of the chairs I've ever had in my office. I especially love the lumbar support system. It has 3 height adjustment levels. The backrest can recline 45 degrees, and you could adjust the seat depth, so it's fully customizable. So take a look through FlexiSpot's website, and when you're ready, you can use my promo code JackieDrushko30 for $30 off your order over $500. Thanks, FlexiSpot. Now let's choose my next drawing. All right, let's choose our second character. This is a cute concept from Artistically. Like a candle head, emo, goth princess. Yeah, this is definitely the play. We know she's sad. Let's lean into that. I'm thinking like the flame out of her is like, it's kind of small because she's sad. It's covering her eye. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. She's looking down. Oh, she's so sad. You know, I don't want to do too much in this drawing with like a full body because I want to get this done quick. But the umbrella works like that. Maybe she's holding it through her shoulder. And does she even have knees? I'm thinking more that it's like a really small candle because, you know, if she has an umbrella, we could assume maybe it's raining, so it's kind of like burning out. And that's like, that's why she's sad, right? The candle's burning out. Maybe her eyes would be higher. Maybe you should look up reference on how this pose looks like. So what's it look like when you're hugging your knees? They go up pretty high. Maybe they should be closer to her. This is making me sad even looking at it. So this sketch took a lot longer. I think I want the background to be like just straight up like black, because there's gonna be like a really nice contrast with the white of her hair and the blue of her skin. She is so sad. I can already tell this is gonna take longer. I know that if I rush it, it's not gonna look good and I'm gonna be frustrated, so I should probably just take my time with this. So I'm gonna try to do like a little bit less texture, because in this reference, I think this is a painted reference from Pinterest, like wax is ooey gooey. So let's try to like create that feeling as much as we can. You know, I'm gonna make her feel pretty supernatural by blending the hairline with the hair, so it's not like there's actual hair, because I see it in the reference here. And like, we have to go back later and try to figure out how we're gonna make this feel shiny and waxy, but you know, that's kind of a later problem, as it always is. It's more of like a sketch concept rather than like a final painting, like an illustration. And I also want to balance what hair looks like balancing hair with the idea of the material, which is wax. So usually when I'm drawing, like I don't want to get too caught up on like the face and the hair, because if I give up, then the drawing isn't complete. So I like to kind of render out as many things as possible. So when I do just decide that I've had enough, it'll still be a complete painting, just on a different level of, you know, sketchiness or whatever. So her sleeves in the reference are a little like blobby. So I'm going to give her like spider webby sleeves. Before I go any further, I really have to figure out the placement of this umbrella. I'm gonna try to indicate a little bit of the folds of this dress. It's looking pretty sad, folks, but she's gonna be happy soon. There's a GoFundMe in my bio to bring happiness to her. I'm joking. So overall, the main concept is kind of figured out. Time to get this flame going, just like a really basic flame, nothing really to it. And then I'll probably add some glow to it a little bit down the line. But from far, like, it's doing the job. How can I make these shapes better is another thing I'm asking myself. So now we have an umbrella. I don't know how to draw an umbrella, neither do you. So it's gonna be a real suggestion of one, which is fine. So this hand would stick out a little bit more, so then her fingers can wrap around it. It's very dark. Ooh, I wish I'd started lighter. I can go lighter. It's just gonna be annoying because it's not gonna look that good, as opposed to if I had done this from the start. I'm gonna make the executive decision with brightness and contrast. Just gonna pop the brightness up a little bit. Just the entire brightness, like how much more this actually looks like something. I'm gonna add some glow around flame, a little bit of a color dodge, a linear dodge. And then I'm gonna see if it would be wise to even shadow everything that's not hitting the light. Maybe that would help sell the lighting a little bit more. Like I wasn't originally going to do that. Let's give it a shot. So I'm testing out if I light it, would that give us something that was missing? And I think so. I think in general, this helps sell that light a little bit. I'm going to add like a glow around the top of her head to kind of, you know, make that brightness pop up a little bit more. I think that's all we can do for her, our poor little girl. I'm gonna also just like blur out some corners to add a little bit of dimension, a little bit of depth of field. I don't know, I think this also adds a little bit of texture and interest. Okay, let's do one thing just to make it a little happier. Just kind of a little heart. I think that's okay, I can do that. Now it's a little less sad, right? Okay. And voila, there are the drawings that I have done for you today. If you want me to redraw your character, join the Discord, drop your drawings into the Redraw My Character channel, and who knows, maybe next year I'll make another one of these videos. They're far and few, but I like it, it's all fun. Like, subscribe, drop your favorite emoji that corresponds to the drawing that I have created for engagement. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.